Now turn up.
What up? It is Marcus with Dynasty Football Dads. We're going to be doing quarterbacks. What kind of quarterback decisions that you have to go through, and where are some of these quarterbacks that I think are being undervalued compared to other quarterbacks? So, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We are trying, our goal is to get to 1,000 here soon. So we're at like 860, almost 70 something. So we're here to try to get to 1,000, and then then we'll go from there. So the biggest thing right off the bat, I mean, it's kind of, kind of normal in the beginning. Yeah, Mahomes, Murray, Allen. But then we start getting into the kind of a mixture of where it used to be Deshaun Watson and stuff. But I think Dak Prescott has a real legitimate argument to be up there. I understand his ankle injury and everything, but right now Lamar Jackson is being that QB. You have Justin Herbert, then you have Prescott. In my opinion, hello cat, by the way. In my opinion, Dak Prescott is a better dynasty quarterback than Lamar. I understand the Lamar. This is probably the thing I've gotten the most hatred for. Yet in this channel is probably not the hatred towards Lamar, but just that I don't believe Lamar is a super long-term quarterback, and I don't believe that he provides the safety net of like a Dak Prescott, who is going to be throwing for a crap ton of yards and a crap ton of touchdowns and still has that rushing upside. Lamar Jackson can be a cheat code at times because he can rush for 150 yards and a touchdown, or 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. He could really realistically do that. But I think you can see the writing is on the wall of what they're trying to do that offense. They're trying to get more into the passing game. And so, me personally, I would rather have Dak over Lamar. If you want to argue against that, I can totally understand. But Dak over Lamar and Dak over Herbert, it's close, but Dak over Herbert at this point as well. The next one is why in the world is Aaron Rodgers being devalued over some of these quarterbacks that have not even touched the field and quarterbacks that can't even throw? So, quarterbacks ahead of Aaron Rodgers that I completely disagree with: Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and Hurts. How in the world are those 3 quarterbacks ahead of Aaron Rodgers? I understand the upside that Trey Lance could be the next kind of Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott. But Aaron Rodgers, the 2 most likely situations is he plays for the Packers, he plays for a different team. I think the third, the least likely, is he's gonna retire. I don't think he's not gonna play football. That being said, even if he takes a year off, yes, I understand his age. He's in his high 30s here. Let's go. I think he's 38. Let's go. Man, he's way down there. He's 37. He's 37. When he is on the field and he has a healthy 16 games, it shows. He's a top 3 quarterback. That is very hard to get. Are you going to get that from Trey Lance? Are you going to get that from Justin Fields? Are you going to get that from Jalen Hurts? Maybe 1 or 2 seasons potentially. You might get more out of that, but Jalen Hurts specifically, I have no understanding of why in the world he's that high in Dynasty. I understand that he can run. He is not a good thrower. You can argue with me all day long, but Tua took over that job because Tua could actually throw somewhat. And Jalen Hurts cannot throw. If you watch his year at Philadelphia, he cannot throw the football very well. He's worse than Lamar Jackson. Lamar's one of the worst in the NFL at times. So I think Jalen Hurts needs to be way below all 3 of these players, but specifically Rodgers needs to be ahead of Trey Lance and Justin Fields. The only situation that I am even debating this is if you are in a super rebuild. But this is startup drafting most of the time. But if you're in a super rebuild, you're thinking 3-4 years down the road, 2-3 years down the road, I would say, then I am debating Justin Fields and Trey Lance. But majority of teams, of course, Aaron Rodgers. Another one is right now Tua. I remember said Tua, he's not being valued. I don't know what happened in the last couple of weeks, but Tua's now shooting through the moon. It's like Dogecoin. Tua to the moon. But no, I'm off that plane. Tannehill and Baker Mayfield are quarterbacks I would rather have than Tua Tagovailoa. Reasons for it: Baker, still super young, first overall pick in his draft class, and he has an excellent kind of core around him. Miami still up in the air on if they're going to be a good team. if they're gonna be a bad team, I think they're gonna make improvements, but still, it's yet to be said if Tua is even a good quarterback. I think Baker has shown he can be a really good quarterback. And then Ryan Tannehill, if you look at his stats over the last year and a half, they are really good. And they're almost Pat Mahomes-like. You're getting him below Tua in the mid-teens for quarterbacks here. And Tannehill now has Julio Jones, which I think only can help him. Julio, greater sign than Corey Davis. So if he literally has a year like last year, but has now Julio instead of Corey Davis, you got to assume that Tannehill is going to be a little bit better. All right. Another one is Sam Darnold versus Derek Carr. Derek Carr, I am all on Derek Carr, but Sam Darnold, I don't understand. I see that. Oh, is my son? He's on my little monitor here. He's moving around. He's moving around a little bit. Sam Darnold, I understand he's got weapons around him. He's got CMC that you're going to just drop off for 1,000 yards, probably in the air. But Derek Carr has a lot of weapons as well, and I think Derek Carr's easily a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, I understand that they traded for him, but I don't think Sam Darnold's a good quarterback. I don't think he can make it to the next level, which I think is a problem at Carolina. The same problem Denver has is the same problem that Carolina has. There are two teams that have a lot of good weapons that have issues at the quarterback position. We're going to be talking about Denver here soon. So I think Derek Carr is better in Dynasty than Sam Darnold. I still don't think Sam Darnold is. I understand that Sam Darnold's super young, but it's like, I don't believe in that. I want Derek Carr, who I think is a solid middle road quarterback, that he will be the next 3, 4, 5 years. I think that will happen with Carr. So the next one, actually before we go to the next one, if you're new to the channel, we are giving away this jersey. 1,000 subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed yet, why not? All right, so let's just get to 1,000 so I can give that away. I want to get to the next giveaway. All right, Cam Newton, Jimmy Garoppolo. Why are we talking about those? Because they are ahead of the Denver quarterbacks, Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater. Man, can I talk? A Denver quarterback is going to be not a stud. A Denver quarterback is going to be better than those two quarterbacks easily. Cam Newton has no long-term ability. I think Mac Jones is easily going to take that job. And Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, on your toes. So you really have Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater. Who do I think is going to be the starting quarterback out of that? It's really hard to tell. It really is. I think one of them is going to be the next quarterback for a couple of years, but it's like, what are you going to do? I think both those quarterbacks I'd rather draft over Newton, over Garoppolo. If I had to put my money where my mouth is, I think Drew Lock starts the season. And I think Teddy Bridgewater takes it over. So I'm taking Teddy Bridgewater over Cam Newton, over Jimmy G. That is my, Dynasty decision.
Now turn